morning. Welcome to IPC APEX 2018 from San Diego, California. Yesterday was a really busy day. Over 25 companies involved in the CFX campaign. So if you're at home, if you're not actually here at the show, you can log on to the IPC website and actually see machines working in real time. My first guest today, I'm joined with Philippe Lenard to my right. He is the Director for Europe for IPC. And to his right, we have Sanjay Kuprikar, who is the Vice President of Solutions, which is quite a broad title, really, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
IPC has been in Europe for quite some time, really, in many different ways. But you recently moved or opened an office in Brussels. I'll start with you, Philippe, because that's obviously where you are. What strength does that bring to IPC, having an office really at the centre of government in Europe?
For us, it's all about proximity. It's bringing more IPC local activities to European members. So what we try, our mission is really to be closer to our members, to give them opportunities to develop activities locally, because traveling to the US is always difficult. And we try to bring more opportunities for European members to get together, to identify issues they want to discuss, the standards, maybe come up with new issues and new standards to develop, to revise, and we as well try to organize more events for them to get together and more locally. Right. It's really bringing more local opportunities.
Okay. Now, Sanjay, you are more or less the architect of a lot of the growth here in Europe. So what is your vision?
Well, the vision is kind of what Philippe just said. Is, our mission, we have 4 aspirational goals: standards, education, advocacy, and solutions. And in order for us to be a global association, we have to be able to deliver those 4 aspirational goals globally. And we were a little bit deficient in that in Europe. So we started a campaign back in 2015 to basically develop strategies, tactics to serve the members in Europe, to grow the footprint, to identify opportunities to engage with new people, new thought leaders. Yeah. Standards is our core, and it usually starts with the standards. So we are executing the vision of becoming a global association.
Well, I mean, you already have quite a footprint of distributors and partners inside Europe. I mean, how big is that already?
So in Europe, we have about 25 distributors who are basically doing the lion's share of the certification programs that we have.
Right.
And that's been a great relationship for us. That's opened a lot of doors for the industry. It's allowed us to reach thought leaders that we could not reach before. So it's been a very successful venture to use that model.
Okay. So, I mean, Philippe, there's already existing, so fairly strong trade associations in Germany, for example.
Yes.
Do you find yourself to be complementary to them, or do you find a bit of pushback from German customers wanting to participate?
It's still a competitive market, but we try to cooperate as much as we can with those organizations. German market is very specific, but it's a large market with a lot of industrial players there, and definitely we are cooperating with the largest organizations there for our industry. So it's a quite cooperative area.
Okay. So what key events have you got planned and coming up for members?
We have quite an ambitious plan for 2018 with close to 20 events all over Europe. Some events for designed for education purpose. So we have some what we call technical education, tech heads, that are planned early April in Germany, in Ingolstadt. On the 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 of April, sorry. And we have a big event, our big event in Germany too, in early June, which is dedicated to automotive electronics, and which will take place back to the Nuremberg show, SMT, and it will be on the 4 and 5 of June. and it's a very ambitious event with a very interesting agenda yet.
Yeah. Sanjay, obviously automotive is a huge part of manufacturing in Europe. Is that a big part of your focus?
It is. It's a great question, Trevor. It's a strategic initiative of ours that we started in 2018. We look at automotive today, almost 50% of the content in automotive is now electronics. So we look at automotive today and think back, it looks very similar to what aerospace looked like 25 years ago. Yeah. So it's a tremendous opportunity for an organization like IPC to use our collaborative skills, harness the volunteers of the industry to develop standards. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we're trying to collaborate with the industry to develop standards so that the industry can benefit from a cost, from a quality, and from a reliability perspective.
Right.
That's the industry we're in, that's the space we're playing in.
Absolutely. So, final question to you, Philip. I mean, the European Union is known for sponsoring a large number of research and development projects and all sorts of different levels. Are you, or is IPC planning to be involved at any level in helping members to participate in any of these types of European ventures?
Not really yet. I mean, we are not really supporting members in accessing European funds, if it's your question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though we, as IPC, are looking at opportunity of doing specific research within our industry, but it has not really direct link with the EU or the EU funds per se.
Okay, great. Well, gentlemen, it's great to see the initiatives happening in Europe and IPC spreading its influence across the world. And I want to thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you, Trevor.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Coming up after the break, we're going to be talking or introducing you to the new director for INEMI, Mark Benovitz.
Saki's newly developed unique inspection technology assures measurement performance and data reliability in M2M connection. Saki's AOI and quality-driven production are major components to the success of the Smart Factory.
And welcome back. I'm delighted to be joined by the new CEO for INEMI, Mark Benovitz. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Oh, you too. Thank you
Congratulations
very
on your recent appointment.
Thanks, it's exciting.
So I believe we're 5 weeks in, but you've had a number of years of experience on the board of INEMI. What are your plans? What are your goals looking forward?
It's simple. In some contexts, it's extremely simple. In other contexts, it's difficult. Overall goal, INEMI is about membership. We're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And what we're here to show value to our members, or members to see value. And my overall goal is to continue to show relevance to our members, but sustaining relevance.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be static.
Right.
As you know, just as well as the rest of us in the industry know, today's priority is not tomorrow's priority. Right. And what INEMI has to do is keep up with what the pulse of our membership and the pulse of the industry, and together to decide where we need to focus.
Right. Well, I mean, your key activity, what you're really known for, is road mapping. It's a very dynamic time in the industry. I mean, there's so many things opening up at the same time, different technologies, different applications. How do you choose which areas to focus on?
And that's actually, they're going to keep people surprised, and I'm always told in an interview, don't give a surprise.
Yep.
But we've always, as you said, we're primarily known for road mapping. I want to change that.
Okay.
And it's actually because road mapping is a significant part about what INEMI is about, and that's how it started. Mm-hmm. But we've got a portfolio of projects, many of them triggered by the roadmap, because a big part of, as you know, the roadmap identifies the gaps in the industry, and then it's for folks to solve those gaps. Some stay within INEMI and their membership to solve, some others solve.
Right.
But what we haven't, I don't think it's as clear to everyone, is those projects. Those projects in themselves take the effort of a roadmap, and they're tremendously valuable. And I want us to be known for that too.
So what other areas specifically do you think that you're going to introduce to widen the remit of INEMI?
I'm not one. I think we do work at the device level, at the board level, in the environmental arena, probably less so at the system level. But a big thing we're all hearing about, and just walking back and forth down the exhibit here, is I think we should have a contest. Who could see more times smart manufacturing or Industry 4.0 is putting on a banner. And that's not to minimize it. It's actually, it's a signal.
Oh, it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
And I see INEMI playing a role there. And it's an exciting time for us all in that context.
Okay, so you want to get more involved in the factory automation debate, which encompasses a number of areas. I mean, a lot of it's software based, but then you've also got new technologies like additive manufacturing, virtual and augmented reality systems,
Digital twins,
and so it goes on. So you're looking to maybe open up some committees on these types of things.
Actually, we have one tomorrow. To your point. It's getting people together for the road. We've been here the last couple of days on our road mapping kickoff, but we're having a more focused section on smart manufacturing roadmap.
Right.
One of the real values of INEMI is our membership. Actually, that's the only value of INEMI, is the membership, because the membership is what creates the output. And if you look at the INEMI membership, and as you and I were talking a little before, I date back to the AT&T days, from when a company was a vertical. We were verticals. You got the IBMs of the world; they were verticals, and so forth. There aren't any verticals left.
Yeah, they all cross-pollinate.
Everything is cross-pollination, diversification, contraction.
Yeah.
But what INEMI has, and it's not INEMI itself. The INEMI membership is a vertical. It's a virtualized vertical, if we can coin a phrase.
Well, it does comprise some of the largest companies in this industry.
You got the EMSs, you got the material suppliers, and I can go on and on. We'll use up the interview time. But we have all the players that create what would have been a vertical. And if you have that team working together, and actually as it has done to address other industry issues, smart manufacturing, that is prime for collaboration, because that is pre-competitive, or it should be pre-competitive, because the context of Industry 4.0 smart manufacturing is you guys got to talk to each other.
Absolutely, but in truth though, smart manufacturing's been on the go now for a couple of years.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is a roadmap in itself that it's developing.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
It's a journey, if you like. It's not a destination yet.
No, it's like anything else. It's going to create its own destiny, and a creation from within, I think, is the time is right in terms of having the parties that are going to actually use and reap the benefits of smart manufacturing to improve their own efficiencies help. And the main thing I'm looking for from the membership is we can't create efficiency optimization within one silo.
Right.
Yeah, and that will make someone very good, but in the end, you probably sub-optimize what you really could achieve, because a linked design supply chain is what we're all about, and we've got to make everyone optimize.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's a very dynamic time. What about your actual membership? How is it breaking down? Because you had an initiative where you started in China, so you have you have some European members. How does your membership break down?
Membership's global, and actually the initiative, what we've done is we have offices in China and Europe, but we've got global participation. And if you want to go headquarters, I don't want to count companies by headquarters. And I'm an example. I'll throw myself under the bus. I've been headquartered. I'm in the U.S. my whole career, but most recently I've worked for a Finnish company, a European company. But we've got design, manufacturing type people in the U.S., in Europe, in China, and so forth. And that goes for many of the big OEMs and the EMSs.
Right.
They may be headquartered one place, but their global touch is very clear. And we're following and synchronizing with our membership and where the expertise is.
Okay, great.
That wasn't to play down globalization. I'm looking to play up globalization.
Play up the globalization. Okay. So just finally, you mentioned you're having your road mapping meeting. When is the next roadmap due?
The next roadmap is due officially in 2019.
2018?
It was kicked off this past Sunday afternoon with the teams on Sunday and Monday. If you can attest me and tell you every meeting date, I failed the test. But it's from then through the rest of this year, all things going well. It'll be ready for internal consumption and review within the membership by the end of the year, and as it has always been.
Yeah, and then released early in 2018.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
great.
And I'm fully confident in it.
Great. Well, exciting times for you, and as I say, congratulations again on your appointment, and good luck with all these, with trying to broaden the church of INEMI. So that brings us to the end of today's program. I want to thank my guests and thank you for joining us.